to be sure you can hear me, please, or live with me, drop in the comment section. I can hear you. Drop in the comment section. I can hear you. All right. So today our task is very simple. While I wait for you to sign in, let me give you a rundown of what we are going to do today. Our task is very simple today, and what we are going to be doing, we'll be going to the board. Yes, the board is there. We're going to the board, but before then, we'll have to discuss. And there are three things we are going to be doing in today's class. There are three things we are going to be doing. The first thing we are going to be doing is, English language as a subject. English language as a subject, a Jamb subject, has different parts. I know you are given a novel. This novel, The Lucky Headmaster. You're given this novel, and it's a new novel that you are going to answer questions on. And one thing you should notice that there are 10 questions that will be coming from this novel. So you have to master it. I've heard rumors and stuff that the novels are boring. The novel is very boring and the rest. That's a lie. It's very, very interesting. So the first task, please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop in the comment section active. Drop in the comment section active if you can hear me. Section active if you can hear me, so I can move on. Is anyone with me? Drop in the comment section active if you can hear me. All right, thank you. All right, so as you join, drop in the comment section active. So as you join, you continue to do that. All right, so please pardon me back. So the first section, what we're going to be doing is, I'm going to be introducing this book. I'm going to be introducing it. So we'll discuss the first chapter. Though I'm not going to finish the first chapter, but we're going to discuss it. Then the second section of this video, of this class, we are going to be taking use of auras in English. So I have my Jamb questions with me here. I have my Jamb questions with me here. So we'll be going to the board and we'll take some section. The third thing we are going to do today is we'll continue our rules of concord we started in our previous class. But if you're not in that previous class, you don't have any reason to worry, because I'll do a little bit of recap. So this class will last. So it's a very interesting one. So I'm going to go right into it now. So the summary of Lucky Headmaster. I know one thing about this novel is you are the first to use it. So past question, in fact, there is no past question. There's no past question for now for the Lucky Headmaster, because you're the first set to use it. So you see why you are to read it well, because you have to answer 10 questions on it. All right. So if you're ready to go into that, type in the comment section, I am ready. So I'll be mentioning your name as you drop that. Drop in the comment section, I am ready. If you are ready to go into the first section, the Lucky Headmaster, drop in the comment section, I am ready. Who is the first to drop that? So I'm waiting for you so I can start. So I'm waiting for you. All right, Mary Juliet, I am ready. I'm waiting for others. Okay, so we continue. Now, the Lucky Headmaster here, Anita, I'm seeing you. The Lucky Headmaster here is written by Kabi Alabi Gaba. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but you can see it on the screen here. Precious, I see you. Kabi Alabi Gaba. That's the name of the author. That is the very first thing you have to note, because it can still come out in the exam. The author of the book. So the author of this book is Kabi Alabi Gaba. And I'm going to be starting with chapter 1. Now, chapter 1 opens with a school scene. a school scene. The students were on devotion, morning devotion. Even whether you are in primary school or in secondary school, they do morning devotion, right? So they were having a morning devotion as usual, and after they've conducted everything, they've given prep talk. The school had this history of giving prep talks. Like they can appoint one person today, you'll be the one to give us prep talk and the rest. So they were done with everything they had to do that day on the devotion, and it was time for the principal. It was time for the principal to address the students. See why they even call it the Lekki headmaster. You know Lekki is in Lagos, right? Lekki is in Lagos. And this school, which I will expose the name as we go on, this school was also found in Lagos. And the man, the protagonist of this, because the protagonist is like the hero of the play. The protagonist or the central character of this play, which is the headmaster. That's why they call it the Lekki headmaster. The Lekki headmaster. Lekki was okay. We'll see that as we go on. So that it was time for the principal to address the students, and the principal came from the back of the assembly to the podium. And as he got to the podium, something was unusual about his appearance, because on a normal day, the principal is always a smart person. The principal is always smiling. The principal is always like, this agile person. But that day, there was something odd about his appearance. He was looking sad. He was not smiling. So he got to the podium and took the mic from the chapel prefect. The name of the chapel prefect was NJ. So he took the mic from the chapel prefect, and after taking, please listen attentively, because I already wrote down some questions that I will ask you once I'm done, or when I get to some extent, I will read some of the questions for you to answer for me. So he took the mic from the chapel prefect, and I said the name of the chapel prefect was NJ, right? But he took the mic from the chapel prefect. Instead of him to address the students, he said nothing. He couldn't say anything. He just held the mic and was just like that. The students were expecting him to talk now. They were waiting for him to talk. They were done with the prep talk. They were done with everything. And they were waiting for the principal to address them. He took the mic and he was just there, staring at the students, but not staring at their eyes as usual. He was just looking up, look up. And he tried to talk, but nothing was coming out. He tried to say something, but his voice was not coming out. He dropped his head like this. And he was just like that. The students were anxious. They were like, what did they happen to our principal today now? This man that used to be agile, what is happening to him today? So the next thing is, he tried to talk again, but this time nothing still came out. Or the mic fell from his hand. The mic fell from his hand. And that was not the end. As the mic fell from his hand, mic that was connected to speaker fell from somebody's hand. Everybody will know what is happening now. Now, what is happening to our principal today? So as the mic fell from his hand, he dropped his face and tears started dropping down his cheek. As a matured man, he would have tried to control the tears, but he could not. The tears were rolling down. Students were seeing it. So there was no hiding place for him to go and hide. So students will not. Just imagine somebody's father crying in front of his students. So he sought for the only hiding place he had, which was his two palms. He used his two palms to cover his face. But the tears rolled down the more. The name of the principal was Mr. Beppo Adewale. Mr. Beppo. Take note of that name. Mr. Beppo. B-E-P-O. Then Adewale, that was the name of the principal. So that's the central character of this novel, Mr. Beppo Adewale. Now, as the principal was Mr. Beppo Adewale was crying. Not he was doing but tears were rolling down his cheek. You obviously know as something is wrong with this man. What is wrong with our principal today? Some students who were emotional said maybe they would join in the cry because the principal was a good man. So the teachers were also there, but the first person to speak was the vice principal, and the name of the vice principal was Mrs. Grace Ape. The Ape is Apeh. Mrs. Grace Ape. If I were you, I would have been jotting down some things so that when you read the novel again, you will now see how the story goes. So the first person to speak was Mrs. Grace Ape, who was the. Let me see if somebody is actually following. Who is Mrs. Grace Ape? What position is he holding in that school? I just mentioned it, but let me see if somebody is following. I need a fast answer. I need a fast, quick response. Let me see the first person to respond. Who was Mrs. Grace Ape? I just mentioned her position in that school. Was she the principal? Was she the... All right, prince. That's good. Vice principal. Okay, so Mrs. Grace Ape was the vice principal, and she was the first person to speak after seeing the principal. Yes, Precious, that's correct. Yeah, Mary, that's correct. Vice principal. So after seeing the principal cry that way, the vice principal, Mrs. Grace Ape, was the first person to speak. So he walked down to the principal and was like, Mr. Principal, what is wrong with you? What is happening? What's happening? Anita, yeah, that's correct. The vice principal. What's wrong with you? What's happening? But the principal still said nothing. The principal said nothing. Instead, the principal continued to cry. Other staff members joined. Other members of staff joined the vice principal. But the principal still said nothing and was still crying. Yes, Joyce, I've seen that. Was still crying. Then Mrs. Titi was the school nurse. Saw how the principal was crying and she was moved. So what she did was she took handkerchief and gave it to the headmaster to use it to wipe his face, to use it to clean his tears. What I've said so far is this. Devotion was ongoing. After the morning devotion, they were waiting for the principal. The principal came to give usual announcements. When the principal got to the front, he took the mic from the chapel prefect, but he did not say anything. Instead, he started crying. So he started dropping down his cheek. And the vice principal was the first person. Take note. They can ask you who was the first person to speak when the principal was crying. So the first person to speak was the vice principal. So the vice principal came, other members of staff came, but the principal said what? Said nothing. He did not say anything. Instead, he started crying again. Started crying. Then Mrs. Titi, the school nurse, gave him handkerchief to wipe his tears. All right. Now, but the devotion, all these while, students were there waiting, right? Students were there waiting for the principal to talk. Just imagine you in your school and something like this is happening. Some persons will be murmuring. Some persons, maybe people the principal flogged one day will be like, serve him right. My God is God. So as the students were still waiting, the vice principal asked their chemistry teacher, Mr. Justus, the chemistry teacher, to conclude the assembly and dismiss the students. So the chemistry teacher concluded the assembly and dismissed the students to their classes. And you know that students now amiable, as they are going to their classes, they'll even be suggesting maybe his wife and him quarreled in the house. Maybe students will be talking and talking and talking and talking. So Mrs. Ape the nurse, and Mr. Oyelana, the CROK teacher, they followed the principal to his office. They accompanied him to the office. His hands were still buried in his face, crying. The beginning of this book is so emotional because the way it started, personally, I feel like crying with the principal because at the beginning of the story, you don't know why he's crying yet, but it's just so emotional. So they accompanied him to his office, and they kept asking him, "Mr. Principal, what is happening? Why you are a matured man, a family man? Why are you weeping? Why are you crying?" But he did not say anything still, even in his office. By 8:05, that's 5 minutes after 8, more teachers came into the principal's office. So teachers were just stopping in and asking him, what is happening now? They were showing concern. So the vice principal advised all of them, all the class teachers, to go back to their classes, with the exemption of one person, Mrs. Beke Egbin. The Egbin is spelled, I'm not from Yoruba. Is that Yoruba name? I don't know. It's spelled Egbin. Mrs. Beke Egbin, the guidance counselor. That was the only person that the vice principal allowed to stay there. That was the only person allowed to stay there. So finally, the principal reveal what was actually wrong, or what like the principal actually reveal, like say what was wrong or why he was crying. We'll get to see that. So for over 30 minutes they were petting Beppo, Mr. Beppo, the principal. All this while he was sobbing in his office. He was it's not funny though. He was sobbing in his office, and occasionally he would shake his head. He would shake his head. He would look up to the ceiling, look at the people around him, and he would shake his head, and tears will be dropping. You know, that kind of a thing. You obviously, you know something is bothering him. Obviously, you will know something is bothering him. He will just look up, look at the people, shake his head, and you'll be like, is this person coming from a wandering land or something? So all this while the vice principal's phone has been ringing. The news have spread. You know, students, I don't know, students can talk too much. The news have spread. They don't know what actually happened though. Parents have been calling. You know, some parents say they were anxious to know what had happened to their beloved principal. So the parents wanted to know. One parent learned that listen to what students can do. Principal have not said anything. No, principal was just covering his face. So the principal was just covering his face, crying softly. But listen to what one parent they told one parent that one parent learned he was weeping uncontrollably and rolling on the floor. All these things have been explaining since. Did you hear that principal was rolling on the floor? But the story, I've carried that. The principal was crying uncontrollably in school and rolling on the floor. Students on a to-do. Another parent heard that the principal was crying and he kept on muttering, Oluwagbami o, Oluwagbami. Yoruba people, any Yoruba people, if you are from Yoruba on this live stream, please just indicate. If you are from Yoruba, just write I am from Yoruba. Let me see. Anybody like that on this live stream? Anybody from Yoruba here? Oluwagbami o, Oluwagbami o. So the principal was crying, Oluwagbami o, Oluwagbami o. That is, I don't know how to speak Yoruba. Thank God they interpreted it here. He said, save me, oh God. Save me, oh God. Principal that have not muttered one word, that have not said anything. They're not like saying, principal was crying, Oluwagbami o, Oluwagbami o, save me, oh God. Save me, oh God. Students. So at this point, Mrs. Happy, realized that the only thing she can do, since the principal refused to talk, the only thing she can do is to call the managing director. The managing director was not in school that day. She was supposed to be in school, but she had an urgent appointment, so she left to attend to the appointment. So she was not in school that day. So when the managing director come, the principal actually said why he was crying. Was it a prank? What happened? On the parts of the students, what happened? School that day, did they learn or gossip everywhere? What really happened? Before we continue, let's take some questions. Let me see if you were actually following. So if you are ready for the question, give me fire emoji in the comment section. Let me see you are ready. Please, today I cannot shout as usual. I've been sick for 2 weeks now. 2 good weeks I've been sick. I'm just recovering. So like this, my head is doing me summer. But I just decided to hold this live stream today since we agree every Sunday. Okay, Precious, I'm seeing your fire. Other persons, I'm waiting for your fire emoji. So I will ask you your questions. And the most active person today, chat me up on WhatsApp. I have something special for you. The most active person on this live stream today, chat me up on WhatsApp. I believe you all have my WhatsApp number. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, 09068394581. Excellent simplified. 09068394581. All right. So the questions now. So as I read the question, just drop the answer in the comment section. And let's make this very fast so we can move to the next section. Number 1. What was the principal's name? What was the name of the principal? What was the name of the principal? That is the first question. What was the name of the principal? I'm waiting for your response. I'm waiting for your response. So why I wait for more responses? If you've not liked this video, like. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please. And please always share my video. That's one thing you help me do. Always share my video. Please. Share it. That's one favor I plead, I beg. Share my videos. Subscribe. Send to your friends. I'm doing this for free. I was supposed to be sleeping by now. I'm on drugs as I'm talking. But I really need you to score well in this Jamb. That's the truth. I really need you to score well. Score over 300. And this is part of the 300. Over 300. Alright, thank you. So I've received so many answers here. Mr. Beppo Adewale. Yeah. So the principal was Mr. Beppo Adewale. Good. Alright. Second question. Shout out to all of you that got it right. Nice one. It shows you were following. Second question. On getting to the office, the principal's office. Remember, 2 persons followed the principal, right, to the office. Is it not? Now, on getting to the office, the vice principal suggested that all the teachers should go back to their classes, except who? Drop the answer in the comment section. So on getting to the office, as teachers were trooping in, 8:05, the vice principal advised all of them to go back to their classroom, except one person. Who was that? Juliet said, except the CRK teacher. No, it wasn't the CRK teacher. Waiting for more response. Yes, Anita said the guidance counselor. That's correct. But what was the name of the guidance counselor? So Precious The guidance counselor, correct. But what was the name of the guidance counselor? Guidance counselor. What was the name? Those of you that will be watching this live stream after this live class, please subscribe. And those of you part of this live, please, as we finish this live stream, help me do me one favor. Share this to your WhatsApp status. Share this to any aspirant group on Facebook. Share this to any aspirant group on WhatsApp. Please, I beg you. Mrs. Beke Egbin. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Nkechi Precious, Mary Juliet. That's correct. Mrs. Beke Egbin, the guidance counselor. So Mrs. Beke Egbin, the guidance counselor, was the only person that was allowed. So take notes. All right, next question before we move on. I did not mention this one, but let me see who have gone through the story, the novel, a little. I did not mention this one. What was the name of the school? What was the name of the school? I did not mention it, but let me see who have actually gone through this. So, what was the name of the school? Let's hasten up a little so we can go back to the board. My board is waiting for you already. This is not settled. I'll have to adjust this camera. Well, let's move on first. All right, so Stardom School, Mary Juliet. That's good. That's good. It means you've read it or you are reading it now. But anyways, the name of the school was Stardom School. Stardom School. Stardom School. Thank you very much, Juliet, for that. Thank you very much for that. All right. So I stopped the story at when the vice principal called the managing director to come, so the principal can actually say what really went on. So in summary, what I've said so far before we continue is the principal came to the devotion and he took the mic from NJ, the chapel prefect. He did not say anything. He started crying, and from there they asked him what was happening, but he was not saying anything. They accompanied him to the office, asking him, he didn't say anything. Rumors spread everywhere. Some person said he was crying and rolling on the floor. Some person said he was shouting, Oluwagbami o, Oluwagbami o. Then getting to this point when the vice principal has to have to call the managing director of the school. All right, we'll continue from there next time. Please, this story, I just wanted to do an introduction of it. It is not a boring one. It is very interesting. One thing you should notice is that the questions are objective and they will set in between the lines. In between the lines. So it is more than just knowing the story in your head. By the grace of God, we're going to finish this story together. We're going to finish it together. You, after reading this story, try to be telling people the story, like storytelling now, so you'll be used to it. Because why I'm actually doing this is something happened in my own time of Jamb. Please, we are going to the board very soon, so we'll take some of these stuff. The next section. Something happened in my own Jamb. The Jamb where the novel we're supposed to use was what's the name of this novel? Is it Sweet 16? Was it Sweet 16? Or what's the name of this? Last Day at Focados High School. I read this story. I enjoyed this story. Last Day at Focados High School. I can still picture everything that happened in that novel. Like the last day at Focados High School. I can still remember Aisha. God, I enjoyed that story. So when it was time to write the Jamb, when we're registering, they now changed the novel to one boring novel, Independence. I will not lie to you, I tried to read that novel. I was not following anything. That novel was big and boring. This one is small. Independence was big and boring. To me, it was very boring. I did not read it. That reduced my English score. Getting to the exam hall, any question, just like I said, they will set 10 questions on this book. The 10 questions they set, I was just guessing. As I just read, I will not even read complete because what do I know? Did I even read it well? I was just speaking, taking anything. Tumbo, last calabar, I'll tick. But that did not help me at all. It reduced my score in English. That is why I've taken it upon myself to follow you up with this, so you can cover up. So the 10 questions that will be coming from this book were actually 10 bonus questions. 10 bonus questions. 10 bonus questions. So if you're supposed to score 300, the 10 bonus questions will give you 320. All right, so let's go to the next section now. Use of auras. If you're ready for that, drop I am ready in the comment section. I'll be taking this next section will be very short, will be very brief. I said we'll be using just 1 hour. So I'll be using like 15 minutes for this second section. Then the third section, we complete it the other time. Don't miss the last section. Don't miss it. Okay, only 2 persons are ready. Drop, I'm ready. And with my past question, I want to take it, as you can see now, Jamb past question with this. I'm using Pigeon to teach English. It happens. All right, so I'll be going to the board and I'll be taking some questions from this. Okay, good. All right, so I'm still waiting for more. I am ready. Okay, so let me go to the board. Let me set my camera. Sorry, today is Sunday. I didn't go to school, so I'm shooting in my house. So the shooting condition might not be very good, but I don't have any choice. This is Sunday and I'm on drugs. I can't go to school to shoot today. But hope you can see my board, right? Okay. So let's go. All right. So what I wrote there is Jamb past question. Hope you can see my board. If you can see the board, let me know in the comment section. If you can see the board, let me know in the comment section. Can you see the board? Can you see the board? Can you see the board? It's blurry. Who else is experiencing that? Who else is experiencing that? Please let me know in the comment section so I'll know. Okay. Someone say it's clear. Someone say it's blurry again. Please, it's from your YouTube settings. It's from your network. Okay, it's clear now, right? So you see it's from your network. Okay. Good. So you can see the board. Good. All right. So will be, English. They have we have different sections in English. Jamb English, different sections. But in this section, I'm going to be taking some questions in use of auras. Now, there's what we call transcription. What transcription actually means is you're not writing the spelling of the words you're pronouncing as it is. You're writing with the phonetic symbols. So, for example, if you have something like this, of course, this is English, right? But in transcription, you're not writing English. You're writing it this way. So this is English. You can see how it is transcribed. So I'm going to teach you how you're going to do something like this. But it is not a day job. Of course, in Jamb, they will not ask you to transcribe, but you use the knowledge of transcription to answer some questions. All right, so I'm going to take some past questions now. I'm going to take some past questions. Okay, so this year the question says choose the option that has the same vowel sound as the one represented by the letters underlined. Choose the option that has the same vowel sound as the one represented by the letters or letters underlined. So number one there. Good. So this is the question. Now this is the word we're giving, and these double O's were underlined. We're asked to choose the word that has the same vowel sound as the one underlined. So I don't want to pronounce them yet, but I want you to drop the answer. What do you feel is the answer? Drop it in the comment section because I want this class to be very, very interactive. Choose the word that have the same vowel sound as the one underlined. So among all these ones, which one have the same vowel sound as one underlined? That is one question. So drop the answer in the comment section. Okay. Keep dropping the answers. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. Okay, two persons said moon. I need more answers. Are you sure? Okay, plenty person said moon. Okay, someone said look. Okay. Okay, let's see together. Now, one thing you should note here, look up. If you're transcribing this, what you have here is, first of all, look at this. Anytime you're transcribing and you have this this column, it shows that that vowel sound is a long vowel sound. It's a long vowel sound. So this alone, this is u, right? This is u. Then if you now add this column by the side, this is u. I'm always putting this slash because that's the rule of transcription. Anytime you transcribe, you put this slash by the side. So this is u. Now, u. So this is moved, right? So as you can see that the vowel sound there is actually a long one, moved. Now if you pronounce this one moon, right? Moon, because it's drawing now, is it not? Moon. Now this one, how you pronounce this one? Do you say took? No, obviously you say, you say took, not took. I took the book. No. So I took the book. Moon, took. Now this one is not even having the U sound. This one is mode. It's having the L sound. So mode. It's having the L sound. This L sound. Sure sound and U gives us the mode. So it's not even having the U sound. So this L sound. Good. Now this is look. This is say look. No. So obviously the answer to this question is moon, because it has this long U sound. If you check very well, the only one that have this U sound is moon. So A is the correct answer. Do we understand? Yes or no? Drop it in the comment section. If yes, drop it. If no, drop it. Then I'll drop the next question for you. Do you understand? Yes or no? Before I drop the next question. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me drop the next question now. Let me drop the next question. Please, all these things, it will be good for you to be writing them in your book. So question number 2 is still saying choose the option that has the same vowel sound as the one represented by the letters. So the next one there is, sorry. The next one there is feel. I'm even pronouncing it. All right. And they underlined this. So choose the one that has the same vowel sound as the one on the line. Drop your answer in the comment section now. Drop it in the comment section. Let me see the first person. First to drop. First person to drop it in the comment section. First person to drop it in the comment section. Alright, so Mary said A. Okay, A. Another person. Please be dropping it in the comment section. Yes. Next person. Okay. So 4 persons now. Keep on dropping now. Okay. Can you actually pronounce that C? How is YouTube has this feature that live stream you can use? Can you actually use voice I muted myself. Jesus. Can you hear me now? God, 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 God. Wow. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Can we all hear me now? So I'll take that explanation again because I guess this thing have been mute for some time now. I will repeat the explanation. I will repeat the explanation. I will repeat that. I'll repeat that. Some persons have left. Maybe because my mic was mute. Please tell your friends to come back. Oh, the class is a 1 hour class and we've spent 50 minutes. So 10 minutes more, but I guess I will extend the time because I didn't realize my mic was mute for like 5 minutes. I didn't realize that. So I'll take that explanation again. I'll take that explanation again. Can we go on? Can go on. Type in the comment section. Go on. Type in the comment section. Go on. Go on. Go on. Please let's be fast. So man, you have match. I want to leave this place. Please type in the comment section. Go on. Go on. Go on. Okay, I guess some persons are coming back now. Yeah, welcome back. I'm very sorry. My apologies. Okay, so back to the board. Let me take that explanation again. Now, look at the board very well. Let me be sure it's not mute now. I'm using two mics now so that if one goes off, one will be on. So if you look at this, feel. If you transcribe it, what you're seeing, this is an, just like I said earlier, if you have this pong, yeah, this column, it shows that the vowel sound there is a long one. So what you're having here is feel. If you transcribe this one, beat, I've transcribed it here already, head. Then this, I was saying, this is not pronounced buffet. First of all, the T is even silent. So it is pronounced buffet, 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 buffet. A. It has the diphthong A. Then this one is pronounced sear, sear. E and sure sound, sear. Alright, so you can see that the only one that has the same vowel sound as the one on the line is A. So A is the correct answer. Hope we followed that one. Yes or no? Yes in the comment section, no in the comment section before I go to the next question, please. Yes or no? You followed, yes or no? Drop it in the comment section, even though I will not continue. Do you understand that explanation? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you understand? I guess network cut some persons off. Please ensure you're writing all these things in your book. Ensure you're writing them down. Ensure you're writing them down. Can we move on to the next question? Can we move on to the next question, please? Okay, I'll move to the next question now. Alright, so still choose the word that has the same vowel sound as this one on the line. So drop the answer in the comment section. Guys, drop your answer in the comment section, please. I'll be waiting for that. I'm waiting for your answers. Guys, drop your answers in the comment section. I guess network is holding some persons, but let me give us some to hang on to reconnect. Are we there now? Alright, so because of time, I'm going to go back to the board and I'll summarize this phase. So let me go back to the board and summarize this phase. Alright, so look at this word. Pronounce it. Buy, right? Buy. If you transcribe it, please, when you're transcribing, one thing that you have to take into consideration is you are not transcribing according to the spelling. You are transcribing with the right pronunciation. Like this is, remember I said they don't use capital letter in transcription. You're hearing by. What is the diphthong there? I, right? By, I, by. So I. So it is transcribed by. This is a transcription by, I, by. Now pronounce this one. Koi, right? Koi. What you're hearing there is k, and there is no C in transcription because C either sounds as k or S. So C can either take the form K or S. Do you get? Now, so koi. So then O, right? O, E. So this is it. This one is just like inverted C. So this is koi. Koi. Then this is bang. Ba. A. This A. This is A. Are you seeing I'm writing it like this? This is A. This is A. So bang. This is bang. This one is like elongated end side. And sometimes this G at the end is not compulsory. But this is bang. Bang. Then this one, please take note. This is not double. This is different from this one. There are two different things, or two different pronunciation also. Now this is pronounced. This is transcribed as this. First of all. Now look at this, because this is not super. If you look at this word, what's this? You call it cup, right? See the transcription here. Cup. Cup. This sound. Supper. Supper. The one used to call supper. Supper. Look at the transcription here. The sound, then the shua sound at the end. Supper. If you look at this one, just like I said, if you are transcribing, you don't look at the spelling. You look at the pronunciation. Now, T-I-E. Tie, right? Tie. Tie. So if you check very well, the only one that have the same voice sound as the one on the line, by, is tie. I. So the answer is D. D is the correct answer. Do we understand that? If you understand, drop I understand in the comment section. If you don't understand, drop in the comment section. God help me. Okay. So I'm waiting for your response. Please. Waiting for your response. I'm waiting for your response. Do you understand? Are we following? Please let me give you a little time to write that down before we move on. All right, please, because we are out of time. Remember, I said this class will last for just 1 hour, and we are out of time already. We will not be able to take rules of Concord again. But one thing you should note is that this class holds every Sunday by 4 p.m. This class holds every Sunday by 4 p.m. Do your friends this favor, whether they attend my physical classes or not, send them the link. Ask them to join every Sunday. It's free. Whether they attend my physical classes or not, this particular class is free for them. You understand? So I'm giving it as a bonus for them. They get. All right. So the class will be ending here today. I want to encourage you to take time and study. Scoring 300 over 300 in Jamb is possible. Some persons they just want to score over 200, and once they score to 200, they are good to go. They have no. Academic system is becoming two-way competitive, very, very competitive. So you have to score over 300, and it's very achievable. So do yourself that favor of disciplining yourself to read. Don't take English for granted. Don't take it for granted. You can do it. I'm waiting for your success stories. Please drop in the comment section nice comments for me. Encourage me in the comment section. Just like I said, share this on your status. Share my videos. Go to my videos on this channel. You'll see videos for you. Jamb videos. Mathematics is there, chemistry is there, physics is there, biology is there. So check the one that fits you. And if there's any video, any topic you want me to do a video on in the comment section also, I will do that for you. Please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, do well to click on the subscribe button, like this video and share this video. All your aspirant groups on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, anywhere, please help me share this video. Share my channel. Ask your friends to subscribe. Help me grow my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate. See you on Sunday in Sunday's episode. Thanks for being here. Bye. Or let me give some minutes for some persons that have not written this one on the board to write. Let me go back to the board. Back to the board. Back to the board. Back to the board. Showing like that, Abby. Abby? Yes. I should repeat the explanation on the last question. So I should repeat the explanation on the last question. Was my mic not working? Okay. I already answered that question. All right, I already answered that question. I already answered that question. All right. All right. So at this point, we call it a day.